We've got a financial expert with us from the German Institute for Economic Research, Ansgar Belke. Thank you very much for coming in.
Hello.
My first question for you is, why hasn't Greece managed to turn things around despite this huge bailout?
So I think the Greek government has chosen the wrong recipe to deal with the problems. It has put too much emphasis on increasing taxes, which by itself makes economies more inefficient than before. They should have put more emphasis on government expenditure by cutting it to a significant extent. What I miss is, for instance, cuts in social expenditure, which has proven to be very difficult. And I also think the hardest things are still to come. They postponed some of the most difficult tasks into the future. And this is what we see at the moment.
OK, to show us what else is to come, let's have a look at the numbers. The yield on Greek government bonds has soared over the last 2 years. You're the expert. What does that mean? Where does that put Greece?
So I think you see clearly, very clearly, that the markets reckon on a kind of debt restructuring within 2 years. Not earlier, because we do not have any experience with dealing with sovereign defaults. We only have experience in dealing with firm defaults. And also the ECB and the EU Commission are very hesitant to agree to this kind of program, because the ECB has on her balance sheets around an estimated amount of around 50 billion euros. And this makes her reluctant to agree to that.
So how likely is it that Greece still goes bankrupt?
So the markets say that the probability is around 50 to 60 percentage points if you look at the prices for Greek bonds. But it's not, this is not so damaging effect, because the returns are also very high, as you just said. So the returns are on balance with the potential losses.
So what can Greece do to turn things round? Exports are expected to boom, and also tourism?
Yes, I think they should still stick to regaining competitiveness by cutting imports, for instance. But if you cut imports and want to have an export surplus, you have to diminish your GDP by significant amounts, for instance, by about 10 or 15 percentage points. And this is very harmful for the population and puts much self-discipline on the population, as we saw in the report.
OK, thank you very much for coming in, Ansgar Belke.
Thank you very much.